What's going on, YouTubers? Gadang775. I'm back with another video. Today I'm doing something different. Okay, I created a parts list, and this parts list is for a PC that comes just under $2,000, and it's gonna be my PC that I build for myself sometime next year, probably between January through March, somewhere around that time. Or if sponsors would wanna, send me some of these parts, on the up and up, hey, it doesn't hurt to ask. But yeah, I'm gonna be building a PC to replace my Asus G11 CD. Not that there's anything wrong with it. Right now I'm using my Asus G11 CD as my main desktop video editing rig and gaming rig. It does fine. It does the job perfect. The thing is, I've been starting to render a lot more 4K footage as of late. And it is taking not taking its time. It is taking a lot of my time. And I need something that hopefully that'll render things quicker, a little bit quicker, and will be more future-proofed in the long run. So I compiled a list of these parts, and this list will be down in the about me or the about or description below on kit.com. Every part there will be will be listed there. Forgive me if I make a mistake on this video, if some of these parts are not compatible with each other. It's my first time doing something like this. I did use PC Part Picker to help me pick these parts. So yeah, let's go ahead and get on with the video. This is my $2,000 PC build, and first off, the heart of the build is the processor. So I wanted something at least 6 cores, but I could not justify spending an extra $50 more for the i6800K, even though it's supposedly really good. I went with the i7-5820K desktop processor, and it's got 6 cores. It comes in at 3.3 gigahertz, which I'm probably going to overclock. I'm going to try shoot for a stable 4.4 gigahertz, and it comes with hyper-threading technology. And that hyper-threading is basically what I need to do my video editing and stuff, and help speed that up. And I'm hoping this will be enough to do the job and future-proof my system enough for the next couple years, because I plan to upgrade my PC every 2 to 3 years. And yeah, and I think this will be a really good addition to it. Now, I'm going with the micro Atx build, okay, because my office is really small, so I have to have at least like some kind of a mid-tower or smaller. So I went with the micro Atx tower. And so the motherboard I went with is the Asus X99 MW-S Micro ATX motherboard, and this motherboard is packed to the gills. It's got 4 slots of DDR4 memory and max is 3200 I think megahertz, and it's got 2 front USB 3.0 ports, 2 rear USB 3.1 ports, and 4 rear USB 3.0 ports. It's also got 8 SATA 6GB ports. And it also has 3T3R built-in dual-band Wi-Fi, which is pretty much I think it is the fastest Wi-Fi that can be built into a board like this. And it has Bluetooth 4.0. And I like the built-in Wi-Fi because I do move my PC around a lot. So yeah, the built-in Wi-Fi is a big plus. Okay, and this comes in just under $300, comes in at around $280. Okay, and I didn't mention the price of the i7 processor. That came in at around $380, $390. Now we're going to go ahead and talk about the cooler, because the i7-5820K does not come with a cooler. So I went ahead with the Cryo H5 universal cooler. It comes in just under $50, around $46.99. Maybe a little bit more, maybe a little bit less, depending where you find it. And Cryo is a company that makes these fans and AIO coolers that are like on par with Noctua fans. I don't know which is better, because I have no experience with either. So I went with Cryo. I seen PC Part Picker, Cryo up there at the top of the list, so I just went ahead with Cryo. And it's the H5 universal unit. And now for the RAM, I went with a G.Skill Trident Z RAM, 4x8, 32GB DDR4 RAM, and it comes in clocking at 3200 megahertz. So I'm pushing this thing to its limits. Okay, the board can handle 3200 megahertz. So that's pretty much the limit of this board, and it can hold 4 RAM sticks. So yeah, I'm pretty much stacking this board to the gills with RAM. I could go 2x16 by 32 gigabyte way, but I wanted to take full advantage. I like the 4x8 gigabyte spread it out like that a little bit. That's just me. I don't know, personal preference. It might, I don't know, whatever you guys are folks want to do with it. And I picked this RAM because of the black and yellow color, okay? The next few parts are mainly because of the black and yellow color. I started to have some sort of fetish for like black and yellow. My gaming chair is black and yellow. My neat Bumble Bee mic is black and yellow. So this RAM is black and yellow. It's going to look nice in my motherboard. Now, for the graphics card, okay, this thing is expensive. Okay, I wanted to do, you know, for solid 1440p gaming or 21:9 gaming, because I'm probably gonna pick up a 20 X ultra wide monitor. That's why I want to keep costs below 2,000, because that monitor is gonna push it to 3,000. And the graphics card I got is a Zotac GeForce GTX 1080 Extreme Gaming graphics card. And again, the reason I picked it up, it's black and yellow. It's awesome. It's black and yellow. I mean, I don't know. It's going to fit perfectly into this build, especially when I'm going to line my case with yellow LEDs. And that's not in the price. You know, that's only luxury only. But I plan on doing yellow LEDs in my case later. But as for now, I'm going with the Zotac GeForce GTX 1080 graphics card. It's overclocked, and it's coming in at 1.77 gigahertz. I mean, it's coming in quite a bit more supposedly more powerful than the Founders Edition, so we'll see. But I've been checking Amazon and whatnot and reading reviews about the Zotac GeForce 1080, and it's got some decent reviews, so I went ahead and picked that up. Now let me go ahead and talk about storage. As for storage, for my SSD, I went ahead and picked up the Corsair Force LE 480GB SSD to basically put my OS on, and maybe a few games here and there that I play all the time. And 480 gigabytes is perfect for me. It's not much. You could easily go with a 960 gigabyte, or you can even go with like a M.2 type of SSD. But I just went ahead with a normal 2.5-inch SSD. So, and I have a SSD in my my laptop right now, which is wicked fast. So it's on par. I mean, Corsair Force is not the best, but again, I chose it for the colors. Check the colors, black and yellow. Now for the mass storage device, I went ahead with a Seagate Barracuda 2TB. I've had Seagate products for a while, and there's a Seagate Barracuda hard drive in my MSI laptop, as well as I'm using a Seagate 2TB external storage for my Xbox One S, which I've had for over a year, and it's doing fine, and I don't see why not. And the price comes in just around $75, so it's not a bad deal. It's a good deal. Now I'll go ahead and talk about the power supply. So I went ahead with a 750 watt power supply. I went with a 750 watt power supply because I wanted something with a little room. You know, I don't really need that much. It's probably a little overkill, but I want to be a little more safe than sorry. So I went with a Supernova 750 watt EVGA gold certified, 80 plus gold certified, fully modular power supply. Okay, it's fully modular, so it makes a lot of my work easy. Okay, and especially, and since I'm a noob, okay, it's gonna be a pain in the butt to basically do this for the first time. So yeah, I'm gonna be doing this all by myself for the first time. My buddy who's gonna help me out, he moved, he's gone, he's out of town. So I'm gonna be doing this all by myself. So I expect this is gonna take me a good 4 to 6 hours minimum to put this thing together. And now I want to go ahead and talk about the case. Okay, the case was kind of hard to pick out. Okay, I wanted a micro ATX or mini, kind of a small form factor case. Not too small, but not too big. So I went with a Corsair 350 Micro X ATX tower. It's black. It's got a little window on it. It's got some good reviews. So I went ahead and went with it, and that comes in around $100. Okay, I wanted the BitPhoenix Aegis yellow, black and yellow case, but it's pretty much out of stock everywhere. Now, if you guys can find it, hey, good for you. But if I do find it, I'm probably going to add this into this build. And, of course, you can add Windows 10 Home. I listed a link down to Windows 10 Home for the USB or download, because I listed it there. because a lot of people, they get their Windows 10 keys from like Kinguin and that's fine. But I know a lot of people who got keys from Kinguin and they do fine. But I know two personal friends of mine that bought Windows 10 keys from it, and they both died after the 30-day return period. So maybe my one friend, it died like 45 days after, and my other friend, his Windows 10 key got deactivated like 3 months after. So I'm not gonna send people to Kinguin. I know there's other YouTubers that are advocating Kinguin, but I don't know. I just can't do it. I figured I just get it from a reliable source. You can also check Reddit. Sometimes they have keys there on Reddit. But yeah. So that comes in around $1,800 to $1,900, just under $2,000 for all the parts I've listed there. And again, this is my first time doing this, so I apologize for getting anything wrong. Please let me know in comments down below, PC Master Race, if I got anything wrong here, or if anything's not compatible, or any other suggestions I should use for this build. And I wanted to keep it a black and yellowish type build, as you can tell. But yeah, I want to thank you folks for watching this video. If you like this video, hit that like button and subscribe to my channel for more videos every few days. If you didn't like this video, hit this dislike button and let me know in the comments down below. I do appreciate that criticism. It's Gadang775. Thanks for watching. Peace out.